And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to EmoNews, every moment online. My name is Rick Francis, and this is a news package for August 11th, 2025. Let's take a look at the headlines. Grand Bay hosts popular breakfast fete. Paybush Water Enhancement Project nears completion. NCCU launches new product with tiered advantage tour. Tragic accident in Potterville claims young man's life. And Cricket West Indies holds emergency meeting to address performance challenges.
I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Starting things off with local news, Grand Bay came alive as visitors and locals flocked to the community for the highly anticipated Breakfast Fete, organized by Bouyo artist and Grand Bay native Asa Banton. The event delivered high-energy entertainment and an electric atmosphere. The fete featured a wet zone, VIP areas, a dry zone, and other attractions, creating an experience that kept patrons engaged from start to finish. Partygoers enjoyed a vibrant mix of music, fun, and community spirit, solidifying the Breakfast Fest's reputation as a must-attend event on the local calendar. And in agricultural news, the Northern Agricultural Region held a community outreach and educational session in Paybush about the giant African snail. The giant African snail is one of the most invasive pests on the planet, causing agricultural and environmental damage wherever it is found. Community members were educated on the do's and don'ts and how to go about treating the snails.
So you use the bait and you actually spread the bait in the perimeter of your land. I see many people, they take the bait and they put the bait around every plant. No, that is wasting. You apply the bait in the perimeter of your land. So if you have 2,000 square feet of land, you take some bait and you spread it in the perimeter. So at that time they will prevent the snail from coming in to damage your crops. We get that? All right. Also, dispose of the snails using one of the following methods. And I must say, when you're handling the snails, ensure that you use your gloves. Because remember, the snail can give us meningitis, and we don't want that. Burn in a barrel. So you can take the snail, you put it in a barrel, and you can burn it in that barrel. You put the dead snails in a heavy-duty garbage bag. Okay, dead snails, not live snails, dead snails. Also, you can bury 2 feet below the soil.
Baits were also distributed to villagers to withstand the reduction of the snail population. Authorities are investigating a deadly road accident that occurred early Saturday morning in Potterville. Police say the collision happened around 7:30 a.m. on Elliott Avenue, involving a pedestrian and a blue Suzuki Swift, registration number TQ807. The car, owned by Jonah Austri of Grand Bay, was driven by a 21-year-old Casey Cadet of Casabruce. The pedestrian has been identified as Heskiff Francis of 28th Elliott Avenue. He was rushed to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. His body remains at the hospital pending a post-mortem examination. The cause of the accident is under investigation. EmoNews extends deepest condolences to the family of Mr. Hesketh Francis.
The police officers, they are on the scene right now. They are doing all their investigations. This is where the incident took place on Elliott Avenue down at Potterville this morning. One young man was struck by this blue vehicle ahead of us and he died. He was taken to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, but he later succumbed.
The Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited held its scholarship ceremony on Friday, August 8th. The scholarships, awarded based on merit and need, went to 4 deserving students. During the ceremony, the parents of the recipients expressed heartfelt gratitude to NCCU for investing in their children's education and helping to ease the financial burden. Let's hear from the parents.
I'm very grateful for the support of the credit union on behalf of Nahelia Peter. We'll go a very long way indeed. We are pleased and we are happy. I'm proud of her.
I'm very happy. My goddaughter received the scholarship. She will be going to the convent high school. And I'm very proud of Central Credit Union because you know how things hard. Not everybody can send your children to high school.
Today I'm very proud that Kinai has received the Central Scholarship. Someone who has been involved in the credit union as a member for as long as I can remember. Yeah, it's a very nice day today.
Also, the National Cooperative Credit Union, NCCU, officially launched its new product on Saturday, August 9th, with a brief ceremony at its Mao branch. Following the launch, the excitement continued with the Tiered Advantage Tour, which made stops along the west coast in Kulibistri, Collio, and Portsmouth before heading to Peebush for Vibes and Dominoes, where villagers competed and won tokens. Let's now hear from Mr. Kurf Charles, Chief Executive Officer of NCCU.
Members have different goals, or members have different ambitions, and the members have spoken to us, and we have gotten information from the members through surveys, talking to our members of staff. We did some member engagement. So we had an idea as to what you wanted, and we believe that it is time that we create a loan that is necessary and ideal for your goals and your ambitions. For example, if you're moving into a new home, you're moving into a new rental apartment, if you were even celebrating your anniversary, you're getting married, you're expecting a newborn baby, or if you're going into changing jobs. So this loan has been created just for you. And Ms. Maroney said it well, the tiered advantage, and that's what I really want to speak to you about, the tiered advantage. Because with this new product, there are a number of tiered advantages that is catered just for our members. For example, the preferential interest rates. If you show your loyalty to the institution, and one of the things that came out from our survey, we understand that our loyal members, they want more from us, and we want to keep you because you're very important and critical to our success. So there's a preferential interest rates based on your loyalty, your credit worthiness, and your relationship with the institution.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Also speaking at the launch, loan manager Albert Paul provided further details on what the new product entails.
Well, I like to describe it as you have an ice cream, but you want something more. You want a wafer cone. You want a little sprinkles on it, a little syrup to make the ice cream a little nicer. So when you're licking in style. Don't quote me on that. So that's what the Momentum loan is. It's something extra for our members, and not just for any members, because we already targeted our mortgage holders. We already targeted persons that are doing education loans. So we want the common, everyday, ordinary members that are loyal to the institution to get something. That's what the Momentum loan is about. And the Momentum loan has something special that is offered nowhere else. And we have the tiered rates. Mr. Charles spoke about it. Our rates start at 8%, they go up to 12%. So you have variable rates. So we work with you, whatever the phase is, whatever your pace is, we work with you, it's all support. So that's the Momentum loan. The Momentum loan is get to cover several things. You have a small business. You want to revamp the business. Sometimes you want to put a little extra counter in the business to sell something else that you have not sold before. Come in, you get the Momentum loan up to $20,000. and we can help you to revamp the business.
The Youth Development Division has announced that Dominica will join the rest of the world in observing International Youth Day on Tuesday, August 12, under the theme Local Youth Actions for the SDGs and Beyond.
International Youth Day 2025 will be celebrated worldwide on Tuesday, August 12, under the theme Local Youth Action for the SDGs and Beyond. This theme emphasizes the vital role of young people in transforming global goals into meaningful actions within their communities. And to commemorate this day, the Youth Development Division has organized a week of activities started from Saturday, August 9th to Friday, August 15th, showcasing the creativity, leadership, and contributions of our youth in Dominica. This really comes on the heels of the division's success from a month-long summer day camp program, which was held in 19 camps. We had 19 camps around the country, which engaged over 700 children, and it was supported by more than 100 youth volunteers and over 100 NEP education mentors. And this remarkable achievement is proof of when you invest in your young people and what you can do to invest in your young people, you are building the pillars of the nation's future. And now we are carrying that same spirit of empowerment into a week dedicated to celebrating and elevating our young people.
The Chief Youth Officer highlights the activities for the week.
On August 11th, we'll have the online campaign and Youth Entrepreneur Spotlights. That story is featuring the innovation and determination of our past Youth Development Division Skills Program trainees. On August 12th is International Youth Day, and we expect the address from the Minister of Youth and from our youth officers, basically celebrating youth achievement and potential. On August 13th, we have the online youth messaging campaign from various stakeholders. And on that day, we'll have the opening and blessing of the Marigot Youth Center and a talent night in Marigot. August 14th, the digital summer camp and coding graduation. And at that graduation, we are going to be featuring the public launch of a literacy game that was developed by the students that was part of the coding camp. And August 15th, we have the Summer Camp Volunteers Appreciation Day, where all the young volunteers that we had during the summer day camp, we will be honoring them. So we call on families, communities, organizations, and the nation at large to stand for youth, for young people, not only during this week of celebrations, but throughout the year. And let us give them the tools, the encouragement, and the space to lead. Too often, we are quick to share the negative and sensational stories about our youth, but let us share their success, their innovation, and their positive impact that with the same energy and commitment.
The division is encouraging all youth, community organizations, and partners to participate and showcase positive youth actions across Dominica. And news coming from Pebush. The $2.1 million EC water enhancement project is on track for completion by the end of August. The works include a new 60,000-gallon storage tank, nearly completed intake and access road, installation of high-capacity pumps, and over 1,700 feet of new pipelines to improve distribution. Once finished, the project will quadruple water storage, improve reliability for Pebush and neighboring communities, and support future housing development. DOWASCO, BNTF, and CEAC Solutions thanked residents for their patience and support. And moving on to regional news, the OECS Commission and the Caribbean Development Bank have concluded the Enhanced Country Poverty Assessment Project, aimed at strengthening how member states measure and tackle multidimensional poverty. Over 2 years, The project gathered critical data across all 9 English-speaking OECS countries, using modern surveys, censuses, and geospatial tools to guide targeted social and economic interventions. Officials say the initiative will help shape evidence-based policies on education, health, housing, and employment, supporting the goal of reducing poverty and improving quality of life across the region. CARICOM is calling on nationals aged 18 and older to design a logo for the Standing Committee of Caribbean Statisticians, part of the 2025 Year of Statistics. The SCCS, established in 1974, is a top statistical body in the region, working to improve and harmonize data across CARICOM member states. Entries closed September 5th, with the winner receiving an Apple MacBook Pro to be awarded at the SCCS 50th meeting in Curacao this October. Dr. Gabrielle Henry won Miss Universe Jamaica 2025 on her second attempt. Re-entering was something that I reflected on for some time now. This pageant is something of a platform that allows women to become the finest version of themselves, and I wanted to re-enter to embody that, and to show women, especially those my age, that you can do anything that you want to, Henry told Observer Online post-pageant. On Saturday night, Henry was crowned Miss Universe Jamaica 2025 by outgoing Queen Rachel Silvera inside a jam-packed stadium room only ballroom at AC Hotel in St. Andrew. Henry, who made the top 5 in 2023, said the pageant is a platform for women to become their best selves. She also won 4 special awards, including Best Personality and Media Challenge. And moving on to Grenada. In a rare show of unity, Grenada's government and opposition have agreed to remove the oath of allegiance to King Charles III from the country's constitution. The pledge will now affirm loyalty to Grenada and its people instead of the Briton monarch. Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell called the change a step toward true sovereignty and decolonization. The move follows decades of public calls and comes amid efforts to address Grenada's colonial legacy, including renewed demands for reparations linked to slavery. And moving on to international news, police have arrested 466 people in central London for protesting the British government's decision to ban the pro-Palestinian activist group Palestine Action under anti-terrorism laws.
For holding a piece of paper. You are, which shows support for a terrorist being arrested for holding a piece of paper.
They are breaking, the UK is breaking international law. Israel is breaking.
This is just the start of what will be a much longer string of attacks on the freedom of speech in this country. It will not end here. This is just the beginning, and we cannot accept the principle of outlawing political opponents as terrorists.
Every single arrest I've seen has broken my heart. I have seen people aged 92 years old. I have seen people with walking sticks. I have seen people meditating and being arrested.
It's absurd that being here with these signs, these really simple and peaceful messages, can now potentially label you a terrorist.
And finally, in international news, Thousands rallied across Israel against the government's plan to expand military operations in Gaza, fearing it endangers hostages and soldiers. Families and hostages, including 20 believed alive, urged leader to secure their release before any escalation. Some former soldiers have joined the protests, refusing further service. Demonstrations in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem saw calls for a general strike, though the main labor union declined to support it. Prime Minister Netanyahu insists the plan will aid hostage rescue efforts. And that's all for international news. Stay tuned for the sports segment after this short message.
Instacash help you get the kids ready for school with the DNL Back to School Instacash promotion. For every Instacash ticket purchase, your ticket could say you've won cash, you've won groceries, or you've won school supplies instantly. One lucky customer will win $5,000. Promotion runs from August 8th to the 11th of September 2025. Instacash tickets are available from all lottery agents island-wide. It's fast, it's easy, and you win instantly.
Instacash, let me play.
And now the sports segment. Cricket West Indies is holding a 2-day emergency summit in Trinidad from August 10th to 11th to tackle ongoing performance issues and push structural reforms across all levels of the game. The meeting brings together cricket legends Sir Clive Lloyd, Sir Vivian Richards, Dr. Desmond Haynes, and Shivnarine Chandapal, alongside current senior players, head coach Darren Sammy, and top administrators. Also, head coach Darren Sammy will lead a coaching staff feedback session to address the team's brand of cricket as well as any immediate difficulties, while players will be able to speak candidly about their experiences. Topics include high performance strategy, structural reform, and player-driven solutions. CWI says outcomes will be implemented immediately, with regular progress updates promised. The New Zealand women's cricket team has kicked off their preparation for the upcoming ODI World Cup with a 2-week training camp at the spin-friendly Chennai Super Kings Academy in India. Head coach Ben Sawyer is leading a squad of 10 players, including stars Jess Kerr, Brooke Halliday, and Georgia Plimer. This is the White Ferns' first overseas camp of its kind, giving them valuable experience in conditions similar to those expected during the tournament. After Chennai, the team will head to Dubai for warm-up matches against England before the World Cup starts on September 30th. Sawyer says the exposure to heat and spin will help the players adapt and perform at their best. And locally, Team Dominica attended the official welcome and flag-raising ceremony for the 2025 Pan Am Junior Games. Representing Dominica was Chef de Mission Albert Loblack and swimming coach Chamonix Walsh Dupuy. National swimmer Jasmine Schofield proudly carried the flag for the team. The ceremony took place at the Paraguayan Olympic Committee in Asunción, Paraguay. Liverpool paid an emotional tribute to its late forward Diogo Jota in the club's first competitive match since his death in July. Jeremy Frimpong scored a goal in the 20th minute of the game, just as fans were applauding in memory of Jota, who had worn number 20 on his jersey. And that concludes the sports segment. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service. And that's all for tonight's news segment. My name is Rick Francis, and you are watching EmoNews, every moment online. Have a good evening.